Hi everybody, it's Donna from donnasdreamworks.blogspot.com, and we're continuing on with the mini album today. I finished putting my pages together, and today I'm going to put the cover on it. Let me just show you for a minute what I have got so far. A quick reminder just to bring back the video one if you haven't seen it. We were using the envelopes that come in your junk mail that want you to send them back with something or other. We take two envelopes, glue them shut, cut one of them to 5 inches, take the other one, wrap it around the bottom, and it will stick out. It's too long to fit here. So you measure and cut off both ends of, in this case, the blue envelope so that it becomes equal with the white one. And that will give you a pocket here, a pocket here, a pocket on the top from where you cut the first one, and a pocket in the back. This side here we glue completely closed. This side here you're going to put tape on the side here and on the bottom, and so that when it closes you have a pocket. So that's how we made the pages. I've got the pages completed, and I decided that I was going to use my scrap drawer for my supplies because there's lots of them in there, and the pages were not so big that you couldn't use some of the papers. So I must tell you, the crafting gods were laughing at me so hard I can't imagine. I never did have so many mistakes in all my life, but it was just one after another. Finally, I went out and said to my husband, if I glue one more thing in the wrong place, I'm going to scream. On the first page, I was using this paper, and it was just the tiniest bit too short over here. And I thought, well, that's nothing. I'll just make a strip, wrap it around, put a scalloped edge on it, and it'll look really nice. So that's what I did. And it does. It looks okay. However, do you remember that there were pockets here and pockets here? Well, guess what's under the brown strip that I put on? You got it, the pockets. Enter X-Acto knife. So I X-Acto knifed the edge, and I do have my pockets back. But I couldn't believe I actually did that. And then we got this one here is fine. I have a clue why that one came out all right. And this one here, okay. And you can see I've decided that I'm going to use a Bind It All. So I have already used the Bind It All to do the pages. And this one I have a piece of ribbon around it. When I'm stuck to the other one, I must have some glue on it somewhere, right here. Okay. Amazing. I have glue everywhere. A mat here and a mat here. Now there's lots more embellishment and decoration to be done, but this is just the beginning. And on this one I have some twine from the Twinery and a little card in here. It actually goes this way. And then on this side I learned something very important, and I think you probably already know it, but just in case you don't, if you take your pocket and you put glue all the way over the edges, guess what? You don't have a pocket. You can't get anything in there. Well, that's what I did. But fortunately, it wasn't on there long enough to stick down too hard, and I was able to get it up, get the glue off the back, and do it again, make another one. Of course, it covered up the holes I had already punched in here, so I had to go back and punch them again. So that was the interesting thing that happened, number 2. Then we have this card, and this card was fine, and on this side I had some cute rickrack that I wrapped around this yellow mat to create the pocket for this little tag, and it looked really cute, and it was nice, and I taped it on the back so that it would be nice and tight, and it worked very well until I used the Bind It All, which immediately cut the rickrack right off, and I just had to pull it off the card because it wasn't there anymore. So I made a little purple band instead. So at that point I put these away nicely, and I went in the other room and watched TV. I decided to make this a new home album because I had this cute paper that I had gotten at Michael's a while back when it was on sale, and I didn't know what to do with it, but I knew I wanted to do something that would give me an opportunity to show a lot of the picture. So I have found that this will work fine. I'm making my covers with this chipboard. This happens to be 9 inches long, so I can get the 4.5 out of there nicely, and the 5.5 of course from this side. And I've already done that and preliminarily glued them on here because when I made the video the first time, my quick dry was stuck. It wouldn't come out of the bottle, so I unstuck it and I got on a new one which wasn't clipped open, so it wouldn't work. So I changed covers, and I had a blob big enough to sink a battleship right in the middle of this thing. So I thought, well, here we go again. I'm not going to do this on TV for everybody to see. So now I'm just going to trim my corners off, and you trim not right to the cardboard, but pretty close. Okay. Now I do know that I probably have about 1 strip left in this ATG gun, but I have another one standing by. And I just like to pull them up and then use the bone folder to get a nice crisp edge. This paper is really quite heavy. So it will make a nice cover, but it's a little stiff to bend up. And then we have the cover. Okay? And on this one, I wanted now this piece isn't quite the same shape, and that is because, and there goes my ATG. That is because in order to get this pattern, this piece here, I had to kind of cut from the middle of the paper, and so I was able to get both the front and the back cover, but I couldn't quite get the same shape, but it'll work just fine. Whoops, I didn't cut it. Shame on me. Do you all make mistakes like this? I really just sometimes wonder. But that's what makes crafting fun, because I know that if I made everything perfect, especially my cards, as you all know, our name would be Hallmark. And it isn't, so I'm not going to worry about it. As it happens, this book is for me, so, but I still want it to come out good. I'm afraid of glue right now. Okay, now this is double-sided paper. So I was able to cut a couple of pieces to use for the back. This one will go on the inside of the front, and I've just cut them, as I said, these were 4.5 by 5.5, so I cut it just 1/8 of an inch shorter for both of those measurements. And I'm going to attempt to glue this down. It's a scary moment. Not really. And I like to take my bone folder and okay, now there wasn't enough of this to do the back cover, so I had in my stash just a piece of purple, which actually goes very nice, so that's what I'm going to use on the back of this one. Golly, 2 times in a row it worked. Okay. And again, go over it with the bone folder. Whoops. A little extra. Okay. Let me just get okay. And there you go. There's the 2 covers. And now what I'm going to do, and I'm not going to do it on camera right now, is I'm going to take one of these pages, and this is the cover, and I will simply, this is the side that will have the binding, and I'm going to lay this page in here and center it where I think it will fit nicely in the book. And then I will just take a pencil and make a mark. And then I'll be able to take this and line it up. I can do one, I guess. Line it up on the bind it all. Okay. I mean, yes, the bind it all. And so we'll put this like here, like so. And we have our cover. And then we will do the same with the back. And there you go. Okay, so the next time we get together, we're going to put some added decoration on these pages, finish them up, make the tags, and maybe even have a few pictures in the album. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have better days than I do. Bye-bye. Have fun. Play nice.